Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amber and I love to crochet and punch needle, and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can crochet this cute mini baby bee. You can make this baby bee into a mini plushie or you can turn it into a keychain because the size is so small. It's a super easy and quick project and I think it's so fun to crochet together with friends. I hope you like this tutorial. Let's crochet together. For this tutorial I'm using size 6 yarn, the Honey Bunny from Hobby. I'm using black and yellow for the body and white for the wings. Then you will need a 5mm hook, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, scissors, and I'm using 9mm safety eyes. And this is optional, but if you like the blush on the bee, you can use a light pink yarn. And if you want to turn your bee into a keychain, you need some keychain rings. We're gonna start in yellow and we start with 8 single crochets into the magic ring. Then I'm gonna place my stitch marker in the last stitch I just made. And this is the beginning of the bee. Now we're gonna place 1 single crochet followed by an increase and repeat that 4 times. And that makes the total stitch count 12. Now we're gonna do single crochet all around, so 12 single crochets, and we're gonna color change in the last stitch. I reached the last stitch of the 12 single crochet round. Now I'm gonna insert my hook, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops on the hook, and instead of finishing the single crochet with the yellow, you're gonna grab your black and you're gonna finish the single crochet with the black yarn, like so. Then I will make a knot so it's tight and secure. And I'm not gonna cut the yellow yarn because we're gonna do 1 row with black yarn and then we're gonna return to the yellow yarn. Now we're gonna make 12 single crochets with the black yarn and we're gonna color change in the last stitch. I reached the last stitch of this round, so I'm gonna finish the single crochet with the yellow. Like so. Don't cut the black yarn because we're gonna do 1 row with yellow yarn again and then return to the black yarn. Now we're gonna make 12 single crochets with the yellow yarn. I reached the last stitch of this row again and now we're gonna do another color change. So I made the half of the single crochet and I'm gonna finish it with the black yarn. Now we're gonna do 1 more row with the black yarn, so 12 single crochets with the black yarn. I reached the last stitch of this row, so we're gonna do another color change, and this is the last color change that we need to make. So we're gonna insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and then we're gonna finish this single crochet with the yellow yarn, like so. Now you can cut off the black yarn, and I'm gonna tie a knot so it's nice and secure. And this is what it looks so far. Now we're gonna insert the eyes, and what I like to do is to use the sides with the color change as the downside of the body. So we're gonna place the eyes here. Place the eyes between row 2 and 3, 4 stitches in between. You can hide the tails of the color change inside the body. Now we're gonna finish the body. We're gonna do 12 single crochets all around. Now we're gonna stuff the body. And I like to firmly stuff the body of the bee. We reached the last row, and in this last row we're gonna make 6 decreases, and I'm gonna use the invisible decrease. Now we have 6 stitches left and we're gonna close this hole by sewing it together. So cut the yarn, pull the yarn tail through. You can add a little bit more stuffing if you like. And we're gonna close this hole by pulling the tail through the front loops of the 6 stitches. And pull tight to close the hole. You can hide this tail by weaving the tail into the body. This will also make it nice and secure. And now the body of the bee is done. Now we're gonna make the wings. To make the wings, I'm gonna grab my white yarn. And we're gonna make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. Now pull your magic ring tight and place a slip stitch in the first single crochet you made. Now cut the yarn and leave a little bit of a tail for sewing. And this is how you make a wing. You're gonna need 2, so you need to make 1 more. I made the second wing, so now it's time to sew them on. We're gonna sew the wings from row 4 to row 6 and then 1 stitch between the eyes. This is the tail from the magic circle and I'm gonna insert this into the middle of the 2 rows. Pulling through. So the wing is centered on the body. Now I'm gonna grab a stitch from the body, pull the yarn tail through, and then grab a stitch from the wing, then grab a stitch from the body, pull the yarn tail through, then go back through the wing, through the body again, then through the wing again, and through the last stitch of the body. And then through the body to the other side where the tail is from the magic circle. And then we can tie a knot. I make 3 so it's really secure. Then you can cut off the excess and pull the yarn tails into the body. Now sew on the other wing. And this is how you sew the wings to the body. If you're happy with your bee right now, then you're ready, but you can also add some blush. That's what I'm gonna do, and you can make the bee into a keychain. To add some blush you need a little bit of pink yarn, and I'm gonna sew over 1 stitch with the pink yarn. And the last step is to make this cute bee into a keychain. For that you need a keychain ring and a chain. I'm gonna attach the chain to the keychain ring. Then I'm gonna open up 1 ring from the chain. And insert this in the middle of the bee, right here. Close this ring. And that is how you make a mini baby bee keychain. I hope you liked this tutorial. Don't forget to share this tutorial with friends who also like to crochet. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I hope I see you by the next one.